Hey, everybody, welcome back to another Success Spotlight with Mailbox Power. My name is Wendy McGee, and I am the Director of Client Relations here at Mailbox Power. And I'm so excited today to welcome Naomi Collins. She is the Communication and Marketing Contractor who is working with Laid to Rest Funeral Home. And it's so nice of her today. Welcome, Naomi, to spend some time with us. How are
Thank you
you?
so much. I'm great. Thanks. I'm fine. I'm great. I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. Yes.
Awesome. I love it. I'm so excited to talk to you today. I've been looking forward to this interview and to hear what you do for your business, a little about you, and then also Mailbox Power. But let's start with tell everyone a little bit about you, who you are, maybe a little bit about your background, and what you do.
Okay, sure. I'm Naomi Collins, as Wendy mentioned. Um, I am a communications and marketing contractor. I also do operations work, and I have an extensive background in nonprofit. Matter of fact, most of my working life has been in nonprofit organizations. So I have a lot of background in those areas. Currently, I'm doing communications and marketing work for a funeral home, but also our funeral home is not only just a funeral home. We have a production initiative called People Connecting People, where we do networking on a large scale, because our philosophy is um, that when you connect with people, it generates sales. Well, not necessarily sales. It generates business, so to speak. So that's what I do. I do a lot with the funeral home as far as creating marketing pieces for some of those impromptu events we come up with, and then some of them that are well more planned out more in advance. Um, and then part of what I also do is engagement. We do big time engagement, and that's where Mailbox Power comes in. I use Mailbox Power to send our families sympathy cards. I create them myself, um, and to send our business partners uh, forms of engagement here and there, just to remind them that we're still here, and we're still here to be referral partners, and for so many reasons.
Oh,
So
that's
that's what I do. That's a
so
part of what I do. We don't have enough time for me to mention everything I do.
that's such a great start. I love that we're interviewing you and that you do, like you said, marketing that you need, like on the spur of the moment, you guys come up with an event and you're like, hey, we're going to do something, or you do like a more long term, maybe campaigns, or where you're letting people know in advance. I also love that you do, what did you call it again? Connecting. Um, what was the
We
name?
have any? Yes, the owner of our funeral home has a initiative called People Connecting People. So
People
what
connect.
we do, we put spotlight profiles together, colorful, with all of their information about them, and we send it out to all of our contacts, and our contacts send it out to others, and we're getting really good feedback from that, because what happens is they run into each other at various events and meetings, and one person may say, "I know you." Well, how do you know me? Because of the People Connect initiative that Lay to Rest is doing. I saw your profile, and so that's just an example
Okay,
of
that's so
how we
smart.
create sort of a networking space.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And I love that you're using Mailbox Power for, the connecting, the direct mail piece of it. I
Yes,
think so many people think that I have to do everything digitally. Like I have to use social media for everything. I have to, have a presence on social media, or I've got to be texting people or emailing people,
yes, yes,
when really that like face to face, meeting people, connecting, building relationships, and then everyone looks at their mail, right? So
yes,
everyone looks at their it's so genius, yet so I feel like it's like the secret, even though it's been around longer than all of the other, methods that we use for marketing. But
yes.
so Naomi, tell me more about what you do for Laid to Rest Funeral Home, because I think I have not interviewed anyone that is from a funeral home or works in this particular demographic, or is marketing and letting people know about their funeral home. So tell me more about that.
So one of the main things I do is to create marketing pieces for the funeral home. For example, instead of a brochure, we have a rack card that's the same frontal dimension as a brochure, but
Okay.
it's more convenient than a 3 or 4 page brochure that you open. So it's convenient rack cards with information on the front and the back, and we take them to all everywhere we go. We have one for civilian population, but we've also created one for veterans and military families because we have an initiative, really big. I wouldn't say an initiative, but we specialize in serving veterans and military and their families as well. And so keeping
Oh,
keeping
awesome.
those rack cards printed, updated, but also we with every event that we put on, we always need some kind of extra marketing piece. We may need a really nice flyer. We might need one event we used the butterfly as our theme. And so I was tasked with creating some little colorful cards, butterfly cards with a poem we put together ourselves. We made up a poem about the caterpillar and the butterfly, and we kind of put that on cards and gave it out to the kids along with some little butterflies and some butterfly tattoos and some candy, and it worked really well.
Oh,
And then just overall, when we have events or information that we need to disseminate to the public, that's where I come in. I create the marketing, whatever the marketing piece may be, and we just decide as we go along what's going to be the best for that venue. And then when new funeral planners or others come aboard as affiliates, then I'm tasked with creating their business cards.
okay.
That's another thing. So just keeping all the marketing materials that are needed, keeping them done and up to date, and then helping our owner. She's very, very creative as well, and so she and I put our heads together and we just really come up with great products.
Oh, I love this. It's so fun to create direct mail pieces too, isn't it?
Yes,
Like I literally get so excited for, campaigns that I create or that I'm helping other Mailbox Power users create or ideas. And just walking downstairs in our production facility, Naomi, and like seeing things coming off the press that people have created that I know are going to be in the hands of, potential customers, current customers, birthday cards, thank you cards, helping them to remember you, like you said, popping up in their mail and having them go, hey, we're still here. We want you to know that we're here and we're local, and all of the different ways that you can utilize direct mail. So tell
yes.
me, Naomi, do you have, I know you were going to show us, or we're not going to do it, but we were talking about some of your projects that will probably be on this page that, they're watching this video on, but
Yes.
are there some favorite ones that have been, ones that you use all the time or that you were really excited about doing that have done really well that you use through Mailbox Power? What are some of the projects that are maybe your favorites?
Well, one project on the funeral home side that I do, every family that uses us for their end of life service for their loved one, we
Mm-hmm.
make sure they get a really really nice sympathy card, and I actually create the designs myself. Occasionally, I may use a mailbox power design or whatever, but in my mind, I'm always thinking, going a little deeper in what I might would want if I was on the side of the receiving side of that card.
Side of the card, yes.
So we do that regularly. We send out twice a month. We just take all the past 2 weeks of family members or deceased the loved ones, and just get the sympathy card out to them. Um, as far as my favorites, I actually work on two platforms. I have Mailbox Power for the funeral home, but I also have my own Mailbox Power. So
Yes.
when you're speaking about
Yay!
favorites, yeah,
Yeah.
one that I really like and on my side and got a lot of great feedback from was one I created for my husband. My husband passed away in February, and
Oh,
so
sorry,
yes,
Naomi.
thank you. And so what I did for everyone who came to a very private, small service we had, my thank you card, I put a picture of him on the card. And when you see it, you'll see the texture of the card, the gloss, and everything that Mailbox Power did. They really amplified that card. It looked really nice. And so I've had a couple people mention to me, I think I might want to get something done like that. So
Mm,
that was one. I don't know that that was my favorite, but it was pretty popular. I've also recently did one for the spring because everybody doesn't celebrate Easter. So I did one for the springtime,
Yeah.
something just saying, happy springtime, let's move forward together. I actually made this card to come from our owner and not me on the funeral home side. And it was really, really nice. I used one of my, I'm a painter, amateur painter. So I
Oh,
have paintings. You'll see when you go in. So I just used some of my designs, a couple of my designs, and
oh,
created a card. We did an Easter card for a few people we knew that celebrated Easter, but then the majority of the cards were done for spring. So we did some spring cards. On my side, on my platform, when I sent out to my personal family and friends from my mailbox power, I did my favorite card is a spring card I did saying it's springtime again, but I found a free graphic somewhere on the internet of blue mason jars. And so I took that and used that, and I've been getting phone calls and compliments ever since on that.
that's
Those
so
are, those are just
awesome.
a couple of my favorites.
It really is so fun. Like we use this platform primarily for business, and people that are watching this primarily are probably business owners looking at, okay, should I use this platform? But I also have a personal Mailbox Power account, and I love
Yeah.
sending, birthday. All of my friends and family are in my birthday list. I love sending the half birthday. I love like these.
Yes.
I'm not a good designer, but I love to go in and adjust some of the designs that we have in here, or
Yes.
sometimes I play around in Canva, but I'm not an artist like you or a graphic designer or a marketing specialist. But I know it does make, I think, our friends and family smile when they get things from us. And it does also help with not forgetting birthdays or not missing an anniversary or
Yes.
some of
Exactly.
those things, which is really, really important to all of us. So, but Naomi, this is so fun to hear how you've used it with the lay to rest funeral home, and how you've been able to connect with the community, have it be a fun, it sounds like too, it's a very a great creative outlet for you to design and to think of ideas and ways that you guys can connect along with your owner there. Is there anything else that you'd like to share for those who are watching that may have a similar business or that are looking at Mailbox Power as a platform to add to their marketing?
Yeah, sure. I would be terribly remiss if I did not mention that when I first started using Mailbox Power for lay to rest, a couple of things I did was for the postcards. I did a mass mailing of those postcards to, for instance, we look to work with hospices, nursing homes, hospitals, assisted living, senior living facilities, and things of that nature. And
Yeah.
so we just did a mass mailing to let people know, and I named the card "We Are Here," just letting people know we're in the area. I just put a real whimsical "We Are Here" at the top of the card, and then put information about us and sent those out. So to let other business owners know, Mailbox Power is an excellent platform for introducing yourself to a population of people, or um, good engagement for initial contact with people. And
Yeah.
I'm specifically talking about the postcards now, not necessarily the big the greeting cards. And so they've been helpful to us in that way, because we've been able to just pull some addresses and some businesses together and just send them out. We don't have to worry about the postage. Mailbox Power takes care of all that, and it's just a good deal all around.
Oh, I love that you brought that up, because that really is a great way for a business to introduce themselves to the community.
Yes.
To send out those beautiful postcards. If you're on Pro, you get all your postcards. The 4x6 postcards are free. If you're on an Executive or Pro, you get the 4x6 postcards free and the 8.5 by 5.5 postcards free. You just pay shipping. So such an awesome, especially if you have an awesome designer and marketing specialist here like Naomi, and she can design something beautiful for you, send it out to the community and have people know that your business is there. Because I know I love to support local businesses, and I love that saying of the universe loves effort, or, I love to get something from a small business owner and be like, okay, they created this and sent this out. Like they're really trying to like grow their business and to let
Yes,
people know they're
yes,
there.
exactly.
And I feel like that gets lost in emails and in texting and in all the things that are just sent out in mass to all of us. And so that personal touch is amazing. So, well, Naomi,
Yes.
thank you so much for letting me interview you today. Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share before we close?
I don't know. I guess I would say I can't speak praises regarding Mailbox Power enough. I love it. And like when we first got it for the funeral home, I knew immediately in the back of my mind, I'm going to get that for myself. And I finally just made a decision, maybe a few weeks later, to just do it. And it's been a sort of life changing. I don't mean that to sound corny or anything, but it's not only it has it enhanced my personal life and my engagement with family and friends, but at the funeral home, it's done volumes to bring us closer to people, because like I told you initially in the interview, that we are big on networking, on collaborations. We
Yes.
believe in joining hearts and hands together to make something happen. And so I can't, and I have not found, and I did look, I have not found another platform quite like this. There's some similar ones, but they don't have the capabilities that Mailbox Power has. So I love it. I love Mailbox Power.
Well, we love that you love it, and I love it too. And I agree with you so much. Like, I feel like it's hard to explain on like a call or an interview that feeling that you get when you are creating something that someone's going to get in their hands, that's going to make them smile. That's, when you put you especially are putting your design into it, your artistry, the fact that you're a painter, all of those things. I think that's so cool. And I do agree that we have a special company and a special platform for not only business owners, but really for anyone who wants to connect. So,
Yeah.
Naomi, thank you so much for letting me interview you today.
You are quite welcome, and thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
And if you're watching this interview with Naomi and you're thinking, hey, I would love to know more about Mailbox Power, you can go to mailboxpower.com. You can sign up for an account there. You can check it out. You can kind of look around, chat with us, and we would love to support you and help you in, just like Naomi, being able to connect more with your clients, with your customers, with prospective customers, potential customers, and also just being able to really automate that gifting and that card sending, so that you can set it, it'll go out to birthdays, thank yous, all of those things, and be amazing. So, all right, well, thank you, Naomi, and thank you everyone who is watching today. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.